Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is gonna be speed build of modern Scandinavian inspired starter house. This house is under 20,000 including lot. It was built in Nordhaven because this house uses stuff from base game and businesses and hobbies DLC. I don't use any mods or custom content, and this house has 2 bedrooms, and you can download that in my gallery with the ID Absolucy. I said it has 2 bedrooms, but you can easily convert the small bedroom, which is supposed to be like a room for a kid, to study or whatever you desire. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Lucy and I like to play a lot of The Sims, and I do gaming videos in general and I do gaming content. So if you would like to watch that, please consider to subscribe to my channel. Thank you if you will do. I felt this urge to build a starter house, which is gonna be under 20,000 because there is no proper starter house or starter home in Nordhaven. And you can also download this build and place it anywhere. It is designed for 20 by 20 lot, but you can of course place it on some bigger one. And because it's starter house, we are aiming for the price, which is under 20,000. And trust me, it was a bit of challenge because I tried to decorate it the way as I would want, at least to fit the price, but then I had to go back at the very end and adjust some decorations, some clutter I had to remove or replace with a cheaper one, but you will see it in the video. To fit the budget of 20,000 simoleons, I had to cheat a little bit. I had to use quite a lot of debug items, especially for the landscaping outside, but I think it is acceptable because 20,000 of simoleons is not much for the house, but I wanted to make something which looks nice inside and also outside. So I went for the debug items. If you don't know how to access the debug menu, you have to open the cheat console and you type down testing cheats space true, then confirm with enter, and then you open the cheat console again and type bb.show hidden objects, enter, and then you open the cheat console for the second time and you type bb.show live edit objects and confirm with enter. Then you go to the search bar, you click there and you will type debug, and whatever will pop up, click on it. Don't press enter because for some reason it doesn't usually show you all of the items, so click on one of the item which will pop with the like asterisks and debug, and then just click on it. It will open the debug menu and you will have access to all of it. You can see in the video that we already moved into the kitchen, and I am using the very basic kitchen counters. And here, because I didn't want to have kitchen completely boring, I was using the immaculate shelf because I didn't want my kitchen to be completely boring, and I placed them there so there's an open space underneath. And you can use that space for anything, either a decoration clutter, or I will use it as a space for the bin. If you want to ever place shelves like this in a kind of open space when it's not attached to the wall, you will probably have to delete the wall as I did in the video, because otherwise it's going to be clipping to it, and you will also have to have move objects enabled or activated as a cheat. bb.moveobjects on is literally something which I would call essential for any builder, so don't be afraid to use that. It is just always better to playtest the build afterwards, which I always do, because sometimes when you use move objects on, it will restrict access to certain area or you won't be able to use certain things. So don't be afraid to use bb.moveobjects on as a cheat, because it always makes a really huge difference to any build. So that is the tip from me. If you're not using cheats for building, you're missing out. You will also see in all of my videos that I'm using bracket keys to resize certain objects, and I'm gonna be doing this in this build too, because sometimes, for example, certain decorations or paintings or even rugs are at like inappropriate size for me. Like you can see right now, I just sized up this rug because it's small, but I'm going for a cheap build, so I have to use what I have. And here I'm making a custom area for the entrance, and I will place a tiny stool from Businesses and Hobbies there, which is supposed to be like a cushion, but it also allows your sim to sit there. So I was just imagining that this is kind of like a storage for shoes and like a little bench that you would sit down when you put your shoes on. It works completely fine if your sim wants to sit there. You just click on that cushion and make them to sit. You will see it in the end of the video. Now I'm moving to the bathroom. The bathroom is quite small, but again, it is a starter house, so 3x2 is completely appropriate size of the bathroom. Sometimes I'm building even smaller ones, but this is fine because I'm not super short related to the space. You can see these towels. I will have to remove one later because I was a bit of over 20,000 and I wanted to be under 20,000 including lot. So a single sim will be able to buy this house if they want to. And again, guys, feel free to remodel this house if you want to. I had to go with very cheap stuff. So once your sim moves in and gets a little bit of money, you can upgrade everything. I still hope that I made this house looking modern and also in the Scandinavian style. I am minimalist myself, so I don't usually prefer to have everything cluttered too much. And I also love very neutral tones and wooden aspects in any builds. So I hope it kind of fits into that idea and that I did a good job, but that's up to you to decide. You just saw me scooting the bed. I don't know if it's just me, but it always triggers me that there's a space behind the bed headboard and the wall, so I always have to make it scoot towards the wall a bit closer, but that's just my quirk, I guess. But I hope I'm not the only one because I don't understand why is there that little space. I think it's probably for them to access the bed easier, but it works anyway. So I always have to hold down Alt and move the bed as close to the wall as I can. I would like to know if you are minimalists or if you prefer more of like a very cluttered, very homey space. Again, I am minimalist and I prefer clean spaces with a lot of neutral colors because I usually add aspects of colors with the decorations. And I do like minimalist style because I don't like to clean too much, and I feel like if you have a minimalist home, it is usually very easy to put things where they belong and it's much easier to clean and it's way faster. So I'm kind of playing around now with the build, moving, scooting items, and I am painting the walls. Again, it's very neutral, no wild colors. I was trying to use also the painting from the new DLC. And here I am making a custom floor or custom tile shape related to kitchen or like the kitchen area. It is easier to clean again. I am trying to be realistic. So in a real life, I would definitely have some easy cleaning surface in the kitchen. I also moved back to the kids' room and decorated with some rug. I am doing bits and pieces here, just trying to make it a little bit more homey. But again, it was a bit of challenging task because I was running out of my budget and I will have to redo some of the things as I said before, but you will see it in a little bit. Also, let me know if you forget about the outside bin or trash can. I sometimes do. And even if it costs only 220, you have to bear that on your mind that you have to have it for your sim to actually be able to clean sport items and just things in general, really. Here you can see me resizing cheaper TV. That's another tip for you, because I originally had the TV which was way more expensive and I needed that money to be saved. So resize the item with your bracket keys. It does work, and the picture also resizes, so you will see that it works perfectly fine. It doesn't look as nice as the more expensive one, but again, I wanted to fit under 20,000, so that was it, why I did resize it. And here I'm just bringing some items from the debug menu to just decorate a little bit more to look like it's actually lived in. And also I'm adding the light switches because I think that it needs to be in every build, and I'm really glad that it's a base game item. I added some curtains because I can't imagine myself personally sleeping with the window which is not covered completely. So I was thinking about my Sims and gave them a bit of privacy and also a bit of darkness, hopefully in the night. And we already moved outside. As I said before, here I'm using items from the debug menu because I didn't have the budget to use the regular items. So this all is custom fencing around. Your sim will actually be able to walk through it, so it's more about having like a decoration. It's more about the look than function. It doesn't really work as a fence, but again, this looks a little bit more like a nice home. And I pretended that this area is, instead of a garage, it's a space for the car, and I'm gonna place it there in a little bit too. I'm also making a little flower bed in front, or maybe not even flower bed, but a little area where I have some flowers, and I'm decorating the sides and also the back side of the house. All of these items again are from the debug menu. Here comes the car, and here I'm coloring the space under the flowers because this looks more realistic. They don't really like grow straight from the grass in the real life, right? So I'm adding a bit of dirt there and a little bit more of landscaping in the back side of the house. I think that landscaping can make such a huge difference to any build. So again, I know that majority of players focus on the house itself and on the interior, but trust me, if you will not decorate the outside, if you will not decorate the exterior, it is only like half of the job done, and it always elevates every single build if you actually spend a little bit of time and focus on the exterior as well. I was about to save this slot to my gallery, and then I noticed that it's not facing the right direction from the gallery, so I had to rotate it, and now it's facing at least the correct direction as it's intended. And now I went inside to do these small details to save a little bit of money. So I am finishing decorating with the cheaper items or replacing some items. I had to get rid of one of the bookshelves because they were quite pricey, and it saved me the money that I needed. So now I'm finishing the touches outside, and let me take you to the interior and show you a little bit of tour of this building. As I said, it's playtested, so you can see the footage of my sim being inside. The TV is completely fine even if it's upsized. She can also sit on the side of the couch where is the cushion, and you will also see her using that custom bench that we created for the shoes and like storage. So don't be afraid, and you can experiment with a lot of items in the game. She's using the immaculate shelf here, and look at her skill. She is actually very skilled in cooking, so she's really enjoying it in this kitchen especially, and now she's having her snack. and going to wash the dishes. My sim is also a 4-star celebrity, so we had a little break for a paparazzi here, and then she took a shower. Again, bathroom is completely functional, and because it was evening, she also went to bed after that. Thank you so much if you made it this far in this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you like the content, please consider to subscribe, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Bye!